Okay, yeah, Nigerian capital market. Longest half year in recent memory. NGS, if you don't know what we are talking about NGS, which is Nigerian Exchange Group. Of course, the exchange is listed, so they report, you can buy shares into them. So this is their performance. You see where revenue doubled over 118%. You look at the headlines, operating margin ballooning up, exchange itself is compounding and stuff like that. So let's dive into it and see if there is something, the missing leg. According to the report, you will see our report, you see where it's saying, but two things inside this filing changes how that growth should be read. Because sometimes it's not just about this headlines, is about the details. That is what we are trying to teach you along this way, so that you don't just jump on headlines, because headlines can be patched. Headlines can be standing on a watering ground. So it's about the details. Okay, like always, our report is always segmented into 4 headline numbers. Then you get this side of, for the public report though, you get what happened, you get what we found out, you get the evidence backing what we found out, then you get what to watch ahead. So this one is already on the public domain. So then these are the graphics to back it up. You have the price charts, which is technicals. You have your income statement, you have your balance sheet, and you have your cash flow statement. So let's dive into them one by one. So remember to always, because I believe you are watching this on YouTube, so always go back to the channel. Okay, yeah, we are there. Go back to X and give us a follow, because there are some analysis, like we say, we do, but it might not be uploaded on YouTube, but it must first get on X. So that is why our X page is the go-to. So this is the current chart price. It was listed around 2021, 2022. So it started off sub 20 naira. Of course, there was re-rating in Nigerian market and stuff like that. So you should also bear that in mind. Hold on a sec. What happened? Okay, so that is the price chart. So price re-rating and stuff like that. Exchanges got stable and stuff like that. So there was re-rating. So currently, price. Hold on a sec. Okay, sorry about that. So we are back. Sorry. Jeez. Hold on. Okay, so this is what the price looks like. So currently, price was around the highs of over 170 naira, and now has toppled down to, has came down sub 120, and now is headed up. So that is what the price looks like. So let's go to the income statement. Let's go to the income statement. Okay, so this is the income statement. You can see that growth, how revenue ballooned. So top line is looking up, the middle line too is also looking up. Operating profits also ballooned over 155%. Then top line too, also profit after tax too. See everything headed up. So that is why the margins, everything look up. So it is a stellar result, no doubt. But we are getting into the numbers, so that's why we don't want to waste so much time on it. Then let's look at the balance sheet side of things. If you look at the balance sheet side of things, of course, you see that the assets grew too. You see that the equity also grew. So if you look at the margins too, slightly improving, even though it's not that liquid, but there is an improvement. In finance, there's what you call second derivative. Once it shows that leg of improvement, people come into this idea. Then if you look at the equity side of things, return on assets, everything just looking up, but there is something behind, which we are getting into. Finally, the free cash flow also turned positive, because it was negative before, but it now turned positive to 4.4 billion. of free cash flow as against what it was in negative in 2025. So what are the facts behind the numbers? So as it's loading up, we're saying it. So number one is this: you need to understand the business model of NGS. If you get it, you now understand where these things are building up. So number one is this: NGS. Funny as it may be, they reported this earning without talking of segments, without also talking of geography. They know of reports. So this is one thing we are calling them out. Because for them, they have businesses around listing, trading, regulation, real estate, technology, data. So there should be transparency gap. Come on, guys, you should do this. That's number one. Number two is that the total of the 19.4 billion naira is purely, total income is purely revenue driven, coming from transaction fee. That's of course exchange. When you transact with them, there is a fee. So these are the two bulk of where that money is coming from. Majority of them is coming from transaction fee. Transaction fee grew from 4.9 billion to 13.34 billion. Then listing fee grew from 1.5 billion to 2.38 billion. So these are the two things that make up the revenue. Then this scale of growth, you shouldn't be surprised on the transaction, is because of the Nigerian market has been on a bull run for the past 2 to 3 years. Last year it closed over mouth-watering return in percentage wise. The same year, we almost half year. It has done more than what it did the full year last year because Naira stabilized. There was a re-rating of assets. So those things led to that transaction fee you are seeing. And these things are not in the control of NGS. It's something that is outside their control because they are not the ones that control what the markets will be like. So this is one thing to note. So that you don't model your expectation that it will always be like this. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Then another thing to notice that they also gave a bonus share 1 for 3. If you had one at a time, approved in 29th of April 2026, if you had one at a time, you'll be getting 3. So it is also worthy to note that such thing can also add to the share count. And also they have heavy investment and investment associates in CSCS and NG clearing. So it's worthy to what is going on with CSCS because the bulk of their assets, over 40%, is invested in CSCS as an associate investment. So that is it. So going forward, you can read up this so that to back it up. You can read up this, go to the graphics, download, go through it and stuff like that. So you know the playbook going forward. So you don't want to be repeating it so much since it's here for you. So that's it about NGX Group Q2 and the H1 2026 report. See you on the next one.